Welcome back, friends. We got another good one for you today. This is another round with my black belt professor, Francisco. I'm getting ready for the ADCC Open this weekend in San Diego, so we're working on a little bit of leg locks today. I immediately sit to pull guard, and I look to enter into the leg, so I'm trying to make a grip on his legs, looking to go for a false reap, and then I settle to try and wrestle up. Chico quickly stuffs my wrestle up, and as I look to enter into the legs, he does a really good job of stepping out and controlling my legs. As I'm trying to stop the pass, we enter into a little bit of the scramble, and I'm trying to pull his leg through, trying to enter into my 50-50. My knee is framing his hip, and I'm trying to pull that leg out and force him to sit back. He's putting a little bit of pressure on me, so it's making it a little bit difficult to pull that leg through, but I'm eventually able to pull the leg through, and I start looking to enter 50-50. I'm immediately looking to attach to the leg so I can start threatening heel hooks and toe hold options. I'm trying to use my armpit to open up the toes so that I can get heel exposure. It seems like I have a good bite on the heel, so Chico looks to sit up and start defending. He starts controlling my wrist, and he's looking to slip the heel. Doing a bit of hand fighting here, I'm trying to adjust best I can so that I can really start attacking that heel. But as he's constantly fighting my hands, it's making it really difficult for me to get a good bite. When he sits up, it improves my angle just a little bit, so I think I'm going to be able to get it. But he's being really persistent with his hand fighting here. And then he starts looking to attack my feet. You can see the exact moment he starts thinking about attacking my feet right here. Still controlling my wrist right here, he looks to grab my foot, and then he starts adjusting the angle, and he's quickly able to slip his heel. He quickly kicks his foot out, and now I'm looking to adjust my angle to try and go for a knee bar. I'm trying to scoop my hips in towards him to create a better angle for that knee bar, but in the meantime, he starts to cross his feet. This makes it really difficult for me to pull that leg out, and as I focus on adjusting my position, I forget about my legs. When I start looking to dig for a heel hook, Chico takes the opportunity to grab my foot looking for a toe hold, and I quickly tap. What I've been finding really difficult about these leg lock exchanges is that when I go to attack his legs, I often forget about my own legs, and he's often able to capitalize off this. Hopefully over time I'll be able to be more offensive without exposing myself too much. In the meantime, we reset, I pull guard, and I look to enter back into the legs. I'm really weary here in half guard because I'm afraid he's going to step back at any time and look for a leg lock, which is something that's been happening a lot recently. To prevent this from happening, I'm trying to frame the shoulder and keep him away from me a little bit so that when he goes to step back, I have enough time to underhook the leg. In the meantime, he starts looking to control my foot, maybe trying to clear the knee shield. I'm pretty passive in this position right here, so as I'm trying to look to be more offensive, I try and sit up, but I do not have a good angle, and more importantly, I do not have the underhook. Chico starts looking to push my knee down and step all the way over. I leave my arm exposed, and he's able to start circling all the way over and shoots an armbar. As he sits through, I realize I'm in big trouble. I hold my two arms together, trying to buy a little bit of time, and then I try to roll all the way over into turtle. Chico then laces his leg over into an arm saddle, and I try to keep my weight heavy, trying to prevent him from rolling, but he's able to roll through anyways. As he rolls through, I'm able to wiggle my arm out just a little bit, and I'm able to narrowly escape the armbar. From here, I'm immediately looking to start passing his butterfly guard, but he hits this really nice arm drag and he looks to go to the back. Instead of going to the back, he tries to wrestle up briefly, and I start to sit through to try and prevent him from taking my back. He arm drags me the other way, and he continues to chase my back. I'm feeling pretty stuck in my turtle here, so he continues to chase my back, and he looks to enter his second hook in. As he looks to sit through here, I'm doing my best to prevent him from getting that second hook in, and I'm trying to slide my back to the mat. He uses his first hook here to start opening up my hip a little bit. He gets his seat belt, and realizing that he doesn't have his second hook in, he starts looking to transition. As I scoop my back to the mat, he comes on top into quarter guard. I'm trying to frame here initially, but Chico starts to put a little bit of a crossface in, and he's able to flatten me out. He's using heavy pressure with his head here to force me flat on my back, and he starts controlling my legs so that he can adjust his position and start scooting closer to my head to completely flatten me out. As I look to frame and transition, he brings his hips high, and I take that as the opportunity to use my butterfly hook to start elevating him. I'm able to create just enough space to recover my guard for a second, and I put in this really weak De La Hiva hook trying to elevate him further. I look to switch my hips and improve my De La Hiva, and then I sit up trying to wrestle up, but that doesn't work out very well because he quickly steps back and enters into the very leg lock position I was worried about earlier. He quickly snatches up my heel, and I'm forced to turn to defend. I start to roll through, trying to slip my heel, and then I look to push his knee down to hopefully try and spin all the way out. I try and step over, but he frames, so I step back and try and sit through. Now I'm trying to free my leg and look to sit up. I'm working to scoop my hips out, keep my head low, and use that as the opportunity to sit up. Simultaneously, I'm trying to control his hand and hide my heel. Chico's continuing to hunt for that heel, so he tries to get over his shoulder to try and get some more heel exposure. And when he goes over his shoulder a second time, I try and clear my knee line by pushing his legs backwards and straightening my leg. I then go back to hand fighting to try and buy myself a little bit more time while I figure out how to get out of this. When he goes to sit up a second time, I bury my head in his belly, and then I look to lock up a body lock, forcing him to his back. He immediately transitions into butterfly guard, and he looks to elevate me. I keep my weight heavy to prevent him from elevating me, and I look to work a body lock pass. If you've watched my other videos, you know I haven't had much success with this, but I try again anyways. He stops mid-roll to have a quick chat with Coach Vinny, and I just kind of sit here for a second pondering my next move. You can't see from this angle, but I'm looking to walk his feet close together so that I can try and step over one of his hooks. I'm doing my best to keep everything tight so that he can extend his legs out, and I start looking for the right opportunity to start walking my knee really high to try and step all the way over his knee. I'm also trying to keep my elbows tucked really tight so that he doesn't enter into a shoulder crunch, but I make a mistake here, leave just enough of a gap so that he can grab his shoulder crunch, and while I'm defending the shoulder crunch, this gives him the opportunity to start lifting his legs up and elevating me. He locks his two hands together, elevates me out, and is able to come up for a really easy butterfly sweep. I do my best to try and bring him back right away, but he's really heavy and it's impossible. He quickly looks to flatten me out, and he immediately transitions into a knee slide. And the round pretty much ends here. Thank you so much to Chico for allowing me to film, and thank you so much to Cristobal for filming. Most importantly, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. I really appreciate all the love and support, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!